Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the return of the world's greatest wrestling podcast that comes on Wednesday at 12 p.m. under the Sharpshooters channel.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. We are back!
Back.
Shooting guns, flexing our muscles, supporting the indie brand. Look at the hat. House of Glory, Los Angeles. We got it all going for us. We are back. I am Marcus the Grand Finale, and I'm joined by not one, not two, but all three faces of Jamal. Jamal, how are you? And are you ready to talk about some goddamn wrestling?
Yes, I've been on a little hiatus. For those that know, and that's all I got to say about that. If you want more information on that, you can go listen to the Mid Card Mess podcast, and that will explain everything. So go peep that out.
Go into details. Look at that. Look at that transition. You ain't lost a step. Easy to point it out there. Check out the Mid Card West podcast. Check out the Untitled Mania Market Show. And see you guys next week. Nice way. No.
That's it, guys. We did it.
That's it. We did a 1 minute ad. That's all we were going to do. We're doing a short. Now we originally dance on these fools. No. We are here to talk about the state of New Japan Pro Wrestling. For those who are aware, that New Japan had Wrestle Kingdom last week. They've had New Year's Dash. New Year's Dash. They're gonna have Battle at the Valley this Saturday. They have New Beginning and Begin later on, but they also have so much more news going out of this. It's insane. You have Tanahashi becoming the new president
of New Japan.
Of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He the boss. He the suit.
He's
Triple H. He gave himself the TV title.
He's Triple H in 14. God damn.
Yeah, goddamn. You know, turned up the Booker and took Zack Sabre Jr. title. Yeah. We have a new IWGP heavyweight undisputed, whatever they call it now, champion. And on top of that, a man threatening to destroy the belt. And I am one who is hoping he does that. We have the uncertainty of Okada's future, who said he's going to test the waters of free agency. Will he end up in WWE, AEW, or could he end up in his most hated promotion, the return of TNA? Could that happen? And then on top of that, former WWE superstar and world champion Dolph Ziggler, now going by his actual birth government name, Nick Nemeth, has appeared in New Japan and is challenging David Finlay for the new global title, which is basically the new Intercontinental title of New Japan, for those who don't know.
Man.
Jamal, what do you want to talk about first? In all of that information dump, I did.
Let's start small and then work our way up. And when I say small, and I don't mean this as a slight to Tanahashi, but remember, I'm a proponent of he needed to get packed up a long ass time ago, and yet we're still here talking about Hiroshi Tanahashi with his long herbal essence hair and everything like that. Like,
Soul Glow himself.
How did he put the gold on himself? Because he's the president.
Yeah, like I was sure he was gonna lose at Wrestle Kingdom. I'm like, you just got the president job. You look like you're going to take a step back and become more of a manager or whatnot. I don't believe you have that Cody Rhodes genes, Dusty Rhodes genes, or every single person that becomes top promoter that gives himself a belt. Nope, Tanahashi was like, nah, I'm beating Zack Sabre Jr. for the TV title tonight.
The TV title that Zack Sabre Jr. put on the fucking map.
It's the only title, yeah. It's different from the other titles. It's a 15-minute time limit and everything, And Zack Sabre Jr. has been, I think he's the only person to hold that title, right?
Yes. He defeated Ren Narita last Wrestle Kingdom, not this one, but the one before, for 17 belt, and then he withheld it all this time, and he's taken on all challengers in everywhere. And when
Yeah.
I say everywhere, I'm talking he's doing it in Rev Pro. He's doing it in these indies out in Europe. He's doing it in indies out in America. He's defended it in Japan 8,000 billion times. Like, you know, just to
Tana
be.
ain't gonna do that. Tana ain't going nowhere. That man, I believe he's showing up at Battle of the Valley. I think he has a match, but I don't think that he's going to be doing Repro, some of these local indie shows like he did. Like even Zack Sabre Jr. did the local one, Prestige Championship Wrestler in Pomona here. Like he's been everywhere with this title, and this is a TV title where I'm like, you should only defend this actually on TV. But he is defending that title everywhere. And when Tana got that title, I was like, I guess whatever. I hope he loses at the next show.
I mean, the last time that I seen Tanahashi, he was basically like a replacement, and he wrestled. I believe who he wrestled. Matt Cardona for the House of Championship, and that's the last time I seen him. Physically in person, and like he doesn't look like he missed a step, but he's just old as hell, and he needs to pack it the hell up.
When it's slowed down. He's not slowed down because he came last year to I think it was called Resurrection last year, where Mercedes got hurt and everything and all that, and he wrestled Ospreay, and he just seemed a step slow. And like it seemed like Ospreay had to slow down a bunch to keep to just wrestle him.
It takes away from the other wrestler to wrestle Tanahashi at this point because he's so dang old. And moving along with that, the following night, he wrestled Ryusuke Taguchi. For those that don't know who that is, that's Finn Balor's Apollo 22 tag team partner before Bullet Club was made. Like the guy that Finn Balor.
What year is that?
2013. That's when he did that. So the guy that Finn Balor turned his back on to make Bullet Club versus Tanahashi. That's basically it. And
okay.
Taguchi's credits go to everyone from the likes of Ricochet, Ospreay, any of the young lions that are now coming back from excursion. Literally, Leo Rush, Sho, everybody. Like he's worked with everybody. He's done everything that he could do. Anybody that is a gaijin that comes to New Japan off the rip, you're gonna probably see him work with Nick Nemeth a few times. Yeah. Because he is the funky weapon,
Yeah, as you bring that up, Nick Nemeth in New Japan. Let's touch on this. He leaped at David Finlay at the
No, correction. David Finlay leaped at freaking Nick Nemeth.
Did I have it reversed? I have it reversed, yeah. He leaped at him because it was a Nick. Yeah, it was a Nick Nemeth. I have it reversed. Whatever. There was a lunging of epic proportion that's leading to this global title match at the New Beginning. And I'm excited to see Nick Nemeth out of WWE and seeing what else he can do, because there are limits to wrestling in WWE. We already know what Dolph Ziggler can do in the ring. He's an amazing talent and whatnot. But now he has free range to do whatever he wants, pretty much, with his character promo and, just a lot of stuff like that. I'm curious where that takes him. How about you?
Did you see the little promo that he did on YouTube? It's like a promotion of his new character. Like he's like, he even had his brother, the Hollywood Hunk, on there too.
Yeah, Ryan Nemeth. As I told Manny when we were talking about Wrestle Kingdom last week, that yes, I watched Wrestle Kingdom live, but half sleep. And, I did a rewatch. But the first person I noticed when they were walking through the crowd was Ryan Nemeth and missed Dolph Ziggler completely. And I was like, why are they making a big deal? And then they cut back to it. I was like, oh, that's why. I was half sleep. I think I had one eye open or something.
Well, it was interesting because they put them on the card where Phantasmo and Hikuleo versus the weakest fuck Bishamon and the tag team title match. Tag team title. I hate the Bishamon.
Yep.
Fuck them guys. Anyway, you kind of almost thought the attention wasn't going to go to the global championship. It was going to go to the tag team championship because Nick Nemeth and Ryan Nemeth. Oh, the Nemeth brothers are coming to New Japan. They're gonna, dip his toes.
Maybe they do tag team. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, dip his toes.
Dolph has really been a tag wrestler his whole career, and he's older now. He's not as young as he used to be.
His brother with him now.
Got his brother with him. Yeah.
The brother dynamic. They could have done that, but once David Finlay finagled his way into winning the global heavyweight championship, which I'm okay with. I'm Bullet Club through and through. War Dogs, baby, let's go. Yeah. But
it was no choice for him it was only him. He's the only one that could have won that match, to be honest. Like, if Ospreay won and he's already announced he's leaving, and you already have Jon Moxley, who's in AEW, and had the US title for numerous months because we couldn't travel due to COVID and whatnot. So I don't think we wanted to go that route again in New Japan. Have an actual New Japan wrestler hold that title first instead of the AEW guys. So I support his victory.
For all this, I don't know why we got rid of the IWGP Intercontinental Championship to begin with for all of that. And maybe it's because I don't want to say that New Japan is a little racist, because if you look at the lineage, of the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, the very first person to hold that belt was none other than Montel Vontavious Porter. MVP was the first IWGP heavyweight champion in the world, and that's when he was in Suzuki-gun with fucking with Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Shelton Benjamin was in Suzuki-gun. Damn it,
this is old school. This is way back when he got fired, and he was just like, I'll go to New Japan and go by X, have the X and everything, and So with David Finlay winning this title and this being the basically new Intercontinental title, the title they should have never gotten. Like, I agree with you, they should never have gotten rid of that title. It had so much prestige behind it after Shinsuke and Tanahashi and everybody
Naito,
in a short tenure, it had a good run. And then they got rid of it for merging it with to create a god awful ugly title that Naito wants to destroy.
Andrade held that belt as La Sombra.
Yeah, champs. They were champs. No, I mean, it was nice. It was like, so with Finlay. I don't know what's gonna happen with him and Nick Nemeth. I can't see Nick losing to Finlay.
I don't know, man.
And I can't see Finlay losing to Nick on the first title defense.
It's not so much of a losing type deal. I think it's going to be, I think that there's going to be some foul play going on, and I think the United Empire is going to be a part of it. Will Ospreay is definitely still part of this storyline. I don't know. Did you watch New Year's Dash?
There's the war. They the match thrown out. Now we're going to get
Empire Bullet Club war is going to go crazy. So
yeah. Now they're going to do a street fight at
no. It's a steel cage.
Steel cage. I can't remember the step.
5-on-5 steel cage match in Japan. Now, for those that don't understand the hype behind Japan cage matches, they're rare. They are very rare in itself. That one-on-one cage matches in Japan, they don't happen. So for this faction versus faction in a cage, oh my God!
This is war games and whatnot, and everything you want to see, like lethal lockdown, whatever you want to call it. But this is going to be a big war, and it's going to be it's part of the farewell tour to Ospreay and his with basically United Empire full time once he go to AEW, and I don't know when he's actually finishing up. But this is the big war between United Empire and Bullet Club, and I don't know who's going to come out on top. I know it's going to be a very physical and bloody affair.
I know at this point. I mean, like, Bullet Club is going to take that, right? They got to establish David Finlay as a badass. I'm for David Finlay being the rebel and the Bullet Club and everything like that. But even I have to acknowledge that he hasn't been that believable as a leader. And the only reason what makes him credible as a leader is because of the goons that he has around him. the Danny Malloy and Clark Connors doing the dirty work. You got freaking Alex Coughlin doing crazy big boy things, and Gabe Kidd's a madman. Like so, like he's got these niggas behind him, making him look bigger than what he potentially is. But then again, I've seen him and Juice work together. This is prior to him and Juice being in Bullet Club. I've seen both of them. Yeah, I've seen both of them do crazy things without Bullet Club. So it's just it's crazy, and that dynamic alone too.
Why? That's just Manny.
I mean, like I can agree with that. He doesn't look the part. He acts the part. He talks the part. He has it in line, but he just doesn't look the part. Yeah. He's not his dad.
He's not his dad fit. He's not Jay White. He's not Omega. He's not AJ. He's not Finn. He's not like he's coming from all. These are all the leaders of the Bullet Club.
Adam Cole. He's not Cody. He's not like like these
the people who are Bullet Club or the A-listers. When you talk about Bullet Club, he doesn't compare to them.
He's not even Hangman. Come on.
Yeah, like he's not on the level of like, oh, you're the leader of the Bullet Club. You should be. You're top boss. You're big boss. Like you're important, and he doesn't come off as that. And maybe it's time, maybe it's youth. I don't know, but I think they should look for a replacement. I've been saying that since he became the leader. Just go for a new leader of Bullet Club in the future.
It's either
I'm not saying like right now, but
it's either that or they have to build his establishment, and the only way that you could do that is by number one, winning big matches. Number two, defeating big factions. United Empire from the ground up since its inception was a force to be reckoned with from off the rip. Unlike House of Torture, who's now becoming a force to be reckoned with. Unlike the disbanded Suzuki Gun. Unlike the Just Five Guys, who's just a faction at this point. They're just five guys as a faction. Like they're just a faction at this point.
Just guys hanging around. Just five guys.
Just five guys. They're
eating burgers and fries and
burgers and fries with just five guys. Like,
all right. Can I propose something to you? Well, how would you feel if the Nimitz took over the Bullet Club?
I wouldn't be opposed, but I wouldn't be for it as well because, like, I am not in conjunction with ex WWE guy comes or ex TNA guy comes or ex somebody that is already known and wasn't homegrown to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jay White was a homegrown New Japan coming up. He went to Excursion and Ring of Honor, got his name, and came back, and then he homegrowned himself into becoming the leader, the world champion, and everything of that nature. AJ Styles wasn't homegrown. He was already a name. He got the backing of Jeff Jarrett. He got the backing of Japan. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Finn Balor or Prince Devitt, when he was there, he was homegrown. Carl Anderson was homegrown. Tama Tonga was homegrown. Like, you have to have homegrown talent be the entity of whatever unit that's going to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing when Shinsuke Nakamura, and I'm giving history lessons now.
Right. We're in class, everybody.
Shinsuke Nakamura, for his second iteration as IWGP Heavyweight Champion, he kind of was losing his edge, and even after beating Brock Lesnar, controversial win, but he beat Brock Lesnar, and Togi Makabe, who was part of Great Bash Heels. Great Bash Heels was the chaos before chaos, and basically Togi Makabe, Takomi Hama, Toriano, and I forgot who else was. I think it was Ishii. They were all part of Great Bash Heels until Ishii and Yano turned his back on Hanma and Makabe, and then Shinsuke took over.
Chaos begins.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chaos has lost their edge too, and this is Okada's problem. But now that the history lesson is over, let's go to Okada.
Yeah, let's go to Okada. Now that he's wrestled Daniel Bryan and probably or Bryan Danielson. I say it either way, the time of the week, but whatever. He got his win back. I believe there's probably gonna be a third. I feel like there's gonna be a third.
There's got to
I
be a
don't know
trilogy.
where or when. It has to be a trilogy.
It has to be
You
a
don't leave
trilogy.
it 1-1. And Bryan Danielson make it have his eye back and say, you know what? I can see.
I didn't see shit.
I couldn't
You
see
didn't
half
beat
this
me.
shit.
You beat me. You beat me at 90%. Beat me at 100, bitch.
Yeah. I can see that going again. But does it happen in AEW, New Japan, or is Okada going somewhere else in his tour? Could this have been it? Because if he ends up in, you know, WWE or even a TNA of some kind, if something like that happens, a left field curveball of like all of that going away, and if that could be it of their trilogy. And I don't see Okada leaving. I couldn't imagine him being full time in America, basically.
I mean, you know, to that same respect, like I couldn't have imagined Cody Rhodes coming back to WWE. CM Punk is a current member of the WWE roster, slated to win the Royal Rumble. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never say never in this business at all for any reason, for whatever. Like TNA is a thing in 2024. And we're not talking about Impact Wrestling. We're talking TNA.
The return of TNA.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
what was more likely, the return of CM Punk or the return of TNA?
Definitely TNA.
But not a real. That wasn't a real rhetorical. I don't know.
But who would have thought Adam Copeland is an active member on AEW roster?
Well, I also don't have Sting wrestling in tag matches in 2024.
Sting in 2024 all alone.
Yeah. So, do you have Okada leaving? Would you have if you were Okada? You did everything you could do in Japan. There's nothing else you could do in Japan, technically.
If I was Okada, I've done everything I could do in Japan. We had this discussion on where's the new G1 winners, because it's always Okada, Tanahashi, Naito winning the damn G1 for the past 15 years.
It's been a while. I have 9 total in my 9 years of basically watching New Japan. I'm going like it's been the same 3,
same G1 winners every time, other than Kota Ibushi and Tanahashi won G1 too. Oh, Jesus Christ, man!
What, I think Omega's in there. I think Omega has one.
Omega won the G1,
yeah, he has one in there. Yeah, so like it's been other than him. If he didn't leave, I'm sure he would have 2 more or whatnot. It's the same people. So to stay or not to stay, and where would you go if you were?
If I'm Okada, I'm looking at AEW and I'm looking at WWE, and whoever tosses me the bigger bag wins. I would love to see Okada in WWE. I would love to see Okada versus anybody on that roster, really, to be honest. You know, the Romans, the Drews, the Seths, the KOs, the Sammys, the
Jay and
like, you know,
gender. Dare I say?
Run the Shinsuke back. Run the Shinsuke back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or, you know, Shinsuke's getting old. It could be It could be setting up for his retirement match, to be honest. Shinsuke is in his 40s. It's pretty much.
I want to stop you.
Shinsuke's done. Shinsuke's done.
I want to stop you right there, okay? Jushin Thunder Liger and
I don't care.
the Great Muda at 50 whatever the fuck years old was still at the top of their game. So I don't want to hear that. I'm
down with retiring Shinsuke.
So just like I do with Tanahashi in New Japan, you want to do the Shinsuke in WWE.
I feel like Shinsuke packed it up when he started doing Toyota commercials. Yes, he seems more interested now that he has these new vignettes. But I'm not like pushing him to like be my world champion right now. Like I'm trying to remember the last, I want to say, great Shinsuke match, and it's been a while. Like he has really good matches. Like great
Shinsuke match. Him and John Cena, SmackDown Live.
How many years ago was that?
2016, 2017.
Yeah, it's a while. A great like oh, that's who Shinsuke Nakamura is. Like, no, it's been a while, and I'm down with retiring. But staying back on topic with Okada, I do think, like Manny brought up on the show, or Eric or whoever, the more interesting thing might be WWE because of the fresh matchups. a lot of AEW guys were wrestling him in Japan. Like we already seen him in Omega, but I go again with it. We already seen him in Danielson. But I'll do it. Him and Mox, they've ran into each other, I believe, already too. So I'm down for the fresh matchups in WWE, but I don't think I want to see him there because I don't want him to end up as every single Asian American or Asian wrestler and just somewhere in the mid card doing nothing.
So
that's why I don't want him to go to WWE.
In that respect, right? You have two other super alternatives, and don't mind me saying this, but NWA is a promotion in the United States. What if Okada goes to NWA, and then on the opposite side of the spectrum, what if he goes to his competitors in Pro Wrestling Noah and shows Pro Wrestling Noah what exactly New Japan strong style really is? The Kiyomiyas, the fucking Kenos, and the Nakanishis and fucking Marufujis and all the people over there. Let's see what you could do over there. And no,
but do they have the bag that he's craving? Like, I don't know if he's going for money. I don't know, but I'm saying, like you brought up, you saying you're going whoever give you the most money. Do you think Noah would be, or and especially NWA, who appears to be broke at the time? Times
that all depends. That all depends on Okada at the end of the day. Why do you wrestle? I was playing SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain the other day, and in the beginning of the season mode, they had like the black and white vignette of whatever wrestler that you chose. Why do you wrestle? And it's just like, okay, these guys think about this shit every fucking day, guys and girls. They go to the back of the locker room. They have the fan, the admiration, the accolades and stuff. Why do you do it? So it's all on Okada to see where he goes. And, whether he goes to WWE and becomes the number 30 entrant in the Royal Rumble and CM Punk tosses him out, or whether he goes to AEW and fucking completely fights Samoa Joe for an AEW championship match,
Yeah. I swear to God, if I hear
the coin at the Royal Rumble,
coin flip at the Royal Rumble, the coin is the only thing not going to flip out. I'm going to start doing backflips in my room going, like, I swear to God, that would be the weirdest thing in the world. I don't know what the crowd reaction would be, but I know I'm going to sock my neighbor in the face and be like, nah, this ain't real.
Let's stop the cap. If that coin flips, people are going to know. Just like when people didn't, like, when AJ Styles, he was like, I don't know if these people are going to know me, but everybody fucking knew who he was.
Oh, when he came out.
The same thing is going to happen with Okada. Same fucking thing.
Yeah, but that would be like one of those flip out moments of just like, this is surreal. like
CM Punk,
if he's in it, I gotta have him win. I don't care about whose story needs to finish. At that point, fuck your story, Cody. I mean, I don't care if The Rock, CM Punk, who else is messing around up there? Cody, whoever. It doesn't matter. Okada showed up into the Rumble and everybody's going, goddamn.
Okay, so I propose to you. Okada wins the Rumble. Does he go after Roman or does he go after Seth? Who's the best? Who's the better match?
Because they're gonna have Roman beat him. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Seth is the better matchup. But it's a lot of stuff going on, and I think why I've called this episode "The State of the Union of New Japan" is that what do you think the future of New Japan is gonna be? Like Naito's champion. I don't know how long he's gonna hold that title, but it seems like his last run with the title probably. I don't know who's the next breakout guy, unless they're going to push Zack Sabre Jr. to the heavyweight title.
So, I think I posted this on Wrestle Kingdom night or Wrestle Kingdom morning and whatever not. This Wrestle Kingdom in particular felt like a changing of the guard of the newer wrestlers that's coming out. So the top 4 people that you really want to kind of look at, Yota Tsuji, Yuya Yamura, Ren Narita, and Shota Umino. Those 4 guys are going to be the people that you're going to be looking forward to see what are they going to do, especially this year. This is the critical year because this is around the time or like 10 years ago or 15 years ago when Okada, Naito, Tanahashi, and freaking somebody, Shibata was in
Yeah.
the I had to think about it for a
Maybe
second.
Ibushi. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
if you brought it.
Bushi, like
Yeah.
they are the new
Megan.
generation.
Yeah.
They are literally the new generation. What are you going to do now? What's going to happen now? So a lot of these guys, like Tai Chi, is getting old. Freaking, Okada's getting old. Naito's getting old. Shingo is old as fuck already. Like, Sonata is just in his prime.
Well, Shingo and Okada are both in like 35. They've just been
Yeah,
around forever.
they
They're
old
all
too.
and like Okada, like when you say Tanahashi's old, yeah, he's old as fuck.
But I'm saying though, like when I
They've had
talk
years. They've had
longevity
years.
in the business,
Yeah.
because a lot of people don't know. I mean, me and we're hosting ETE. This is everything else. We talk about everything other than the major promotions. Dragon Gate, Takagi was that dude.
Yeah.
Dragon Gate, freaking Ishimori was that dude who is the KOPW champion right now. I want to see what special match he's gonna bring into the fold of the KOPW scene. But a lot of guys from like Dragon Gate and stuff like that, or like the different alternative Japan promotions are now showing up in New Japan, and it looks like they're trying to make a statement. Kiyomiya has been showing up to freaking New Japan, and now it's like it's not even like a surprise anymore. I'm like, oh
he's
shit,
just on the card.
oh,
yeah,
like, oh shit, Noah's in Japan. No, they're working together. Like he's out here eating pinfalls in New Japan and being the best over in Pro Wrestling Noah. So it's like I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's called borrowing. That's why. That's the main reason why I think WWE don't associate with anybody. I don't want my guy eating pins over there, or vice versa.
Well, their guys normally don't. I mean, Shinsuke beat Great Muta in his the farewell match.
Yeah, but that was like a guarantee. Like, oh yeah, that was an exchange. You
That
come
was
into our
no
Hall
guarantee.
of Fame.
That
was
no
a guarantee.
That was the kiss of the
You come
miss.
into our Hall of Fame. This is your last match. Shinsuke's gonna beat you. It's
That
cool.
was the kiss. That was the kiss of the miss, and
the kiss. But yeah, I'm hoping that this now that Zack Sabre Jr. lost the TV title, that he goes after the world title now, or
he deserves it.
One of the major titles, or even the global title, or just give him a major title in the company. He deserves it. He's one of the best.
I want Zack Sabre Jr. to do what Will Ospreay did. Plain and simple.
Leave? No, but I'm joking. I mean, go to the full run, have your faction become dominant, feud with Okada, whoever.
Win the championship, make TMDK. I mean, ever since Big Bronson Reed, aka Jonah, left New Japan, Zack Sabre Jr., and this is not talked about enough, took over TMDK and made it better. They've been doing better with their acquisitions and stuff like that. Yes, they got the young lions out there. They doing the damn thing, but they also have the veterans and Shane Haste and Mikey Nicholas and everything of that nature. They got Big Bad Tito doing the fucking thing. So TMDK is going to be a force. How big of a force? It all depends on their leader. And if 2024 is going to be a faction-led year, then he's got to put himself in prime position, just like United Empire or David Finlay with the Bullet Club. Here's the problem with Judgment Day, and they don't have a leader. So unless they establish one, Roman is the leader of the bloodline. Clearly, if this is a faction-led company.
I'm not gonna let you sit here and say the Judgment Day has no leader. I know they say this on a weekly basis.
Look, it's Mommy, right?
Rhea Ripley is the leader of that group.
Mommy's always on top, right?
She's the one yelling at everybody.
Mommy's always on top.
That is the main thing. Well, that concludes today's return of ETE. Tune in to our following weeks where we will be going over our top 100 matches and so much more going on in wrestling world. We will pop up with some live shows, but a lot of them will be taped. But it's when the big deal happens. Who knows? Maybe next week is live when TNA, maybe they blow our minds, and Mustafa Ali and Okada, and they even signed a Nimitz. They signed everybody. They just got everybody. Who knows? But you could always find out more.
Let's hope nobody gets into any trouble with the law. Liv Morgan, I'm looking at you. Freaking Jericho, I'm looking at your
just
ass.
A little weed. I wish Jericho shut the fuck up.
Jericho, I'm looking at your ass. Stay out of trouble.
It's not even just Jericho. I would like AEW. AEW. Simply in fact, I need y'all to shut the fuck up. I need every single person on their roster to shut the fuck up. I don't want you online. I don't want to see tweets or whatever. I don't want to see Snapchats, TikToks. I don't want to see your wives. I don't want to see anything. Everybody shut the fuck up and let's do a wrestling show. And that's it. Hey, Tony
Marcus.
Khan, all of them.
Marcus, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Hook?
The coldest tweet of the whole night. I know it's simple, but if Jinder were to wear a shirt overall that said "Who the fuck is Hook?" Done. But all that drama yesterday.
No timers on HomePod.
What? Shut up, Siri. With all that drama yesterday, everybody bitch off. Shut up. Everybody shut up. We're talking about wins and losses. The quote Allen Iverson. We talking about practice. That's what I feel like it's over.
Practice? We're talking about practice, not games. Practice.
The wrestling fans upset that Hook got a title or is calling out Samoa Joe. So what? Like last week, Trent Beretta got a title shot for the new Continental Championship, and he ain't won in 18 years. Who cares about these fatal four-way who he beat? He ain't won. And so and everybody Orange Cassidy fights from AR Fox to Boo Boo McGee from the Indies. Like, it don't matter. They don't have a win-loss rate. Commander has had 9,000 title matches. Every match I've seen Commander in, he's had a new title match.
That he loses.
Whether it's for a Ring of Honor or AEW title. And he loses.
TNA loses every match.
I don't remember. I don't think I've ever seen Commander actually win a match.
If I see Commander in the card, I already know he lost.
Yeah. So don't give me shit about random. WWE's doing random title matches for forever. Like, don't give me shit. Like, oh, Jinder's got a title match. Yeah, let's see how with WWE. At least he has. I'm a former world champion under his belt.
World champion. Duh. Yeah. That's his credentials. Duh.
If you're in the UFC right now, Conor McGregor hasn't had a fight in I don't know how long. But I bet you if he showed up in the crowd and said, I want your title, he's the new number one contender. That's the way fight game works.
Which is bullshit. But again, yes, that's exactly what would happen. 69. If he has 100 more matches, he'll break Bill Goldberg's record.
Yeah,
oh wait, that was 173. Never mind.
He is on pace. In fact, he's ahead of the pace. Boo Boo McGee, I heard, was going to wrestle Mace Warner in GCW this week and win. He's going to win. But it's so many people. Like, I don't care. Just give me an entertaining story that goes with it. Jinder coming out and claiming, he's the 2 million view man or whatever he was claiming this week, and the Biceps of America. It makes sense for Seth. I beat your ass real quick.
Look, let's just call spades a spade, right? Jinder and Seth Rollins are the pinnacle of what NXT was and is today. They were the final two for the original NXT World Heavyweight Championship match, and Seth Rollins ended up beating Jinder that night. Who's to say Jinder won't beat Seth Rollins on this night? Yeah. Okay, there's history there already. I was supposed to be the one to carry NXT to the promised land, but it was you, Seth, who beat me. So now I have to correct that wrong. And when he does, don't get mad.
Don't get mad. Don't hit the Jinder. Don't hit the Jinder. Just let it happen. God, I just feel like that it's so ridiculous. It's so like the outrage of all of this. Like, while we were talking about, Nick Nemeth challenging Finlay, he has no reason. There's no claim for that. He was losing on WWE, and he comes to New Japan and has never wrestled ever, but yet he's a title shot. No one honestly cares. Just give us a good shot. Give us a match and entertain us. That's all we want. Entertain us. With that being said, for more of this ranting and raving about whatever's going on and wrestling fans outraged over stuff, check out the Mid-Card Mess podcast.
New episode dropping immediately after this. I recorded it last night.
And if I may add, you were not brought up on the following things while we were on hiatus. Cat Williams didn't bring you up. So
Nope.
we were okay with
I'm
that.
safe.
Nope.
I'm safe.
You're cool. You're now on the Epstein list. That's good.
Great.
And
never be on that island.
No, none of us. Hopefully none of us.
Hopefully
Shit, I swear to God.
Yo,
I don't keep it if you're in the lumber chat, you better not be in there.
I'm looking at your brother Heavy. He's getting big. He's getting big. All those photos. I don't know.
No, I'm not. He already said stop putting his name in that. And I'm not gonna do it. But I'm just saying, let's have peace in the world, guys. Let's have peace. Everybody's on the war, on the internet, screaming and yelling at each other. Let's have peace. And with that being said,
Mid-Card Mess podcast, go peep it out. I'm gonna drop it after this episode. Also peep out all the collective shorts and share, subscribe to the Sharpshooters Network. Doing this every day, all week long, probably except for Sunday. Even on Sunday, there's
even
some
on
shorts.
Sundays. Twice on Sundays.
Yes,
sure.
And man, the Untitled Mania Market Show, the best dang wrestling podcast on YouTube right now, concurrently. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Allegedly. And then also, Manny, that is 100% you dancing. I don't care. And he got that. All right. We'll see you guys later. See you next week, where we give you one of our top 100 matches of all time. Peace.